now we can lock this guide layer and create a guide out of it, dragging our splash layer into it. Now with our splash keyframe selected, we want to make sure that our splash dot is right on the end of that line. And in this last keyframe, we'll hit F6. And we'll drag our splash to the end. And right click and create a motion tween. There you can see, whoop, we get our splashes. Well, if we zoom all the way out, we can kind of see the full of what we created. You can create as many splash droplets as you like. Okay, so that completes our single raindrop. The rest we're going to do in ActionScript. So, selecting, let's see, we can delete this drop off of the stage. Oops, sorry, before we do that, we want to make note of the X and Y coordinates. So we got X is 319 and Y is 111. Okay, now we can delete it off. We want to go over here to the library, select drop MC and right click, and go to linkage and click export for ActionScript. That allows us to access that library item from ActionScript by using code. We create a new layer, call it Actions, and select this first keyframe and hit F9 to open up your ActionScript panel. Now, first thing we're going to do, let's bring that drop back onto the stage. So let's create a variable and we'll call it drop. And do semicolon, and that's going to be an instance of drop underscore MC equals new drop underscore MC. Open and close parentheses, semicolon, and enter. Now, we're going to add capital C for child, open semicolon, or not semicolon, open parentheses, drop, close parentheses, semicolon, enter. And let's create our X and Y coordinates. So we'll go drop dot X equals, what is it, 316 or so, and drop dot Y equals 111. Now if we hit Control Enter, we're going to see our drop slowly make its way down and the splashes go off. Let's close that. And what we want to do, now you can do this through ActionScript, but we're just going to do it right here. Select your 12.0 FPS frames per second, double click. Let's change this to, say, 38. Let's see if that makes our drop a little faster. It does. It's not quite fast enough. So, if we double click our drop movie clip, let's just remove some of these frames here and speed this drop up. Right click, remove frames, and maybe 2 of those remove frames. Little better. Let's grab a couple more of these. Remove frames, see what happens here. Okay, good enough. click scene 1, and let's go back to our ActionScript layer. Hit F9, and what we want to do is put a cursor right before the var. Hit enter a couple of times, because this script is going to end up within a function. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to create another variable. We'll call this drop array, and that's going to be an instance of the array class equals new array. Another variable, max drops. Oops. Max drops, semicolon, or colon, number equals 100. Okay. We want to add an event listener, and this is going to be capital E event dot enter frame, and we're going to call this add drops. Close our parentheses, semicolon, and now function add drops. Now, in case you're not aware of this, ActionScript is caps sensitive, case sensitive. So everywhere that I have lowercase and capitalized letters, it has to be exactly the same. Otherwise, it just won't work. So if you're not familiar with ActionScript, you might want to pause the video, make sure you get everything exact. Okay, so open our parentheses. This time we'll get a small e, colon, capital E, event, close parentheses, colon, void, open curly brace. Let's jump down after our code here, close curly brace. Now, what we're going to do here is right after add child drop, we are going to type in drop array. My fingers on the wrong keys. Drop array dot push drop. And let's see, we'll jump down here and create an if statement. If drop array dot length th is greater than or equal to max drops, close parentheses, open curly brace, close curly brace. We want to remove child drop array dot shift, close parentheses, and again semicolon. What that's going to do is, if we reach our max number of drops, this command here is going to make the drop shift off the end of the array, so that we don't get overloaded and run down our little program here. Next thing we want to do is make our drops hit the screen randomly. Okay. We're going to change our X code here. Drop.x is going to be math dot random, close parentheses, asterisk, and it's going to be 900 minus 1. Now that's going to give us random numbers along the x-axis right from the beginning of our stage to the end of it. And our Y, we want to do, say, math.random times, let's do 111 minus 30. And we can play with these numbers to make it look better. Next thing we want to do is we want some random size drops. So we're going to do drop dot scale x equals drop dot scale y equals math dot random times, and we're gonna go, let's go 80% to 0.1, 10%. Let's see how that looks. Let's kind of give a test here and see what we're looking at. Okay, so now we have multiple raindrops. Looks like we need to play with our y axis and our scale. Still a little big. So let's go drop the scale down to, say, 0.5, 0.1. It's a little better. Okay. All right, so you might run into your y coordinates here. You may have to play with your range of numbers here, because the original placement of your drop and the bottom of the screen might be slightly different than mine. So to make it look appropriate, you might have to play with these numbers here to get it right, and that's going to give you drops ranging from the bottom of your stage right back, so you almost can't see them anymore. So that's how you would make it rain. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll be back with more. This is Bernie from the Create Lab. Thank you.